Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight for the finale, this afternoon for the finale of Watch a Match Season 3, we got Manchester City FC versus Fluminense FC in the 2023 FIFA Club World Cup final. When it came to the sport of association football, we started Watch a Match Season 3 and RSR 5 on the Club World Cup. We're going to finish it on a Club World Cup. Man City, the European champions, versus Fluminense, the CONMEBOL Copa Libertadores champions. Both teams in their first Club World Cup looking for their first Club World Championship. Man City looking to be crowned, win the one thing they haven't won. Well, besides the Europa League, or the conference, but you know what I mean. Out of the big trophies, win the first thing they haven't won. The finale of Watch a Match 3, the final stream of the season when it comes to association football. Of course, RSR 5 finale after this is over. It'll take a while to get up there, but it'll be up within about 2.5 hours, I would hope. With that being said, starting 11s are as follows. In goal, Ederson. The back four of Kyle Walker, Ruben Dias, John Stones, Nathan Ake, Rico Luis Rodri in the midfield, attacking midfielders, Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, and Julian Alvarez up top for City. For Fluminense, in goal we have Fabio, the back four Samuel Xavier, Nino, Felipe Melo, Marcelo, the midfield two of Andre, Martinelli, the attacking midfield three of John Arias, Gansu, Cano, and Herman Cano up top for Fluminense. Should be a good game. Hopefully it's a good one to end the season with. Teams are about to walk out, and we have our finalists. UEFA versus CONMEBOL. Duncan here. And it's been a while, but happy to see you. How we doing, Henry? What up, man? Rooting for City as well. I have City winning this game because I'm not stupid. Let's see if anything surprising can happen. If it's tied after 90, we go to extra time. Penalties is only a final thing. I don't know if that'll happen, though. There's the trophy. There's the Club World Cup trophy. Man City looking for their first ever Club World Cup. Fluminense is as well. They will be, of course, in the 2025 Club World Cup no matter what, both of these teams. Will City be defending? Which team? Well, by the way, either team who wins this will be defending their title in that Club World Cup. Because in 2024, it's an Intercontinental Cup. The new for the Confederation Champions of 24, which technically you would want the final to end up being the winner of Intercontinental Cup and the Club World Cup if it ain't City twice. I like that Fluminense keeper kit. Me too. I'm wearing the Vasco da Gama Reebok jersey to support the Brazil boys. How we doing, Ozan? Welcome to the finale of Watch a Match 3. The finale of RSR 5 is the review of this game. But Watch a Match Season 3, this is the finale. I hope Julian Alvarez scores like how he scored for Argentina in the World Cup. Like that man would be a FIFA Club World Cup winner and a World Cup winner. And a UEFA Champions League winner. And an FA Cup winner. And a Premier League winner. He's just a winner. I think he's won a Libertadores too. I'm cheering for Fluminense, but I have Man City winning 2-1. Fluminense will put up a fight. Well, it's working for me, so I'm glad. Starting 11, Ederson, Nathan Ake, Ruben Dias, John Stones, Kyle Walker, Jack Grealish, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Rico Lewis, Phil Foden, and Julian Alvarez for Man City under Pep Guardiola. No Haaland or De Bruyne. Nope. Let's see if they're on the bench. That's my question. Well, they'll show it in a second, but they're going to show it in a second. I don't need to. Kovacic on the bench as well. Exactly, but De Bruyne not on the bench. Haaland is not on the bench either. They're going to try to win this with Vamos Fluminense. Nope, not on the bench at all. Simon Marinciak is the referee. He refereed the World Cup final last year. He will referee the Club World Cup final this year. The finale of the past 2 years has been reffed by Simon Marinciak. He's a good referee. He deserves it. Had a CONCACAF crew in the third place match. Tori Penso, Catherine Nesbitt earlier today. Of course. VAR referees Tomasz Kwiatkowski, Juan Soto, Jorge Orrego are the VAR referees in the VAR room in this final. For Fluminense in goal, Fabio, Marcelo, Felipe Melo, Nino, Samuel Xavier, Keno, Martinelli, Ganso, Andre, John Arias, and Herman Cano under Fernando Diniz for Fluminense. Fluminense. Yeah, Flamengo fans are rooting for Manchester City. There we go. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Do you have a time clock so I can sync up my stream? Kickoff hadn't happened yet. It's 12 o'clock though. Kickoff hadn't happened yet. I'll tell you when kickoff happens. Fluminense. Denise's Fluminense. I don't know. I have no idea. Fluminense wins 2-1. Didn't you just say? You have Man City winning 2-1. You're changing your mind? FIFA Plus won't work for me. It's working for me. I want City to win. I don't want to see a team from Brazil win it until a Mexican team wins it. You're sounding like me during Champions League when Toronto lost to Chivas. It's like, I don't want to see an MLS team wins till Toronto wins. Not that I got my way, but... So, are we going to call him salty if he called me salty? Are we calling him salty? I still don't want another Canadian team to win before Toronto does, unless it's fortunate. And we've kicked off. 3 seconds in, we've kicked off 0-0. Kicked off for me. Goal already. Played forward. Marcelo. Oh, my word. That's out for a throw. 1-0 Man City already. 23 seconds in. Looks like you're 45 seconds behind. I'm sure, because FIFA Plus sucks. Did the same thing earlier. Here comes Man City. Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake with a banger. Off the post and popped in. It's Julian Alvarez. 1-0. 1-0. Julian Alvarez pops it in. 1 minute in. Banger by Ake off the post and popped in by the shoulder of Julian Alvarez. It is 1-0 Man City. Shades of the FA Cup final. Shades of the FA Cup final. Fluminense looking for an offside. I mean, it was played off the post, but I mean, I could see the argument, but I don't think they're going to get it. Players standing around confused why it's not offside. I got to see the run. I got to see the picture. I got to see the clip of the run, but still 1-0. It's 1-0 early. Julian Alvarez, and they're going to give it. 140, Julian Alvarez in the first minute. It has been given. Julian Alvarez's tap in has been given. And Fluminense, the job gets even harder. Played forward. City. Pep Guardiola, the manager of Man City, happy of how quick this has started. With shades of the FA Cup final with that first minute goal by Julian Alvarez. Because they scored pretty quickly in the FA Cup final. That was Gundogan, but still. Very similar well, not a very similar situation. Similar in the fact that it got scored very early, but well, it was a Gundogan banger, and that actually went in instantly, but still. Nathan Ake pulls a Gundogan, hits the post, but Julian Alvarez pops it in. Well, I guess we both have good taste. Pep Guardiola and I. I guess we both have good taste. You know what? I got to admit it. I like Pep. Pep's a cool dude. I don't like that he's coaching City, and I don't like that he's Barcelona, but you know what? He's a cool dude. He's pretty funny, too. I mean, I'd like to shoot the shit with him, shoot the breeze about football with him. It'd probably be a great conversation talking about football with Pep. I think it'd be fun. I could see him discussing football in a conversation like that, being like at a bar or something, and it'd be fun. Sitting at the pub just talking about football. I think I could see him doing that, honestly. Can they win MLS Cup, Miami? I think they could, yes. Thoughts on Suarez, Messi, Busquets, and Alba putting the band back together again? Pretty good. I think it's a good move. I mean, yeah, they won't play every game, but when they play, they're unbeatable. Or when they play, they'll be unbeatable. That's the finale, so we are going to do some business. Come on now. We're standing on business. 4 minutes in. They'll rig themselves through it. Hopelessly, Flamengo fans rapping City like wearing the blue. Well, they're getting what they want already, aren't they? Flamengo fans, they're getting what they want. I'm just saying. They're getting what they want. James Panamis is a Portland Timber. Yes, James Panamis is now the backup goalkeeper for the Portland Timbers. Good for him. He's a good goalkeeper. He's not as good as Sawa, but he's a good goalkeeper. He gets a chance. I think he'll be just fine, especially as a backup. Cross in. But then again, it feels like another David Bingham type situation to me. Sort of. Fernando Diniz. Let's see how much his team's going to get ripped apart, the fraud. No, it's going to be Fluminense gets destroyed, probably. Because, of course, Fernando Diniz is a fraud. Man City is going to get this. Look, this may be another. Rico Lewis played in. Nothing there. Fluminense gets away with that one. 6 minutes in, 1-0. There will not be a comeback attempt. Fernando Diniz's men are going to get absolutely scalped and skull drug because he's a fraud. Fernando Diniz is a fraud. An absolute and utter fraud. He is a joke. And his career will be over when Pep Guardiola goes and skull drags him. He burns the ships to ash. He burns his career to ash. Diniz. Guardiola will burn Diniz's whatever's left of his career to ash. Already happening. If it wasn't enough, the Seleção's doing absolutely shitty. Well, Diniz's career will be burnt to ash by Pep Guardiola, and it's already starting. You kind of see the smoke coming off the tinder. You know what I'm saying? 6 minutes. Seven minutes. Bernardo Silva plays it to the top. Oh, nothing there in the 7th minute. 1-0, Man City. 1-0 for Man City. Crossed in. Fluminense with the ball at the back, and Man City's pressing like wild dogs. Fluminense are playing with fire. They already did play with fire. Now they're playing with a freaking blue fire is hotter. They're playing with blue fire now. They're going to get themselves burnt. They touched the fire. Somehow it got hot, but they didn't get burnt. They're about to get burnt. Don't touch the stove. 7th minute. Can Palmeiras beat Man City? No. They probably would do better than Fluminense, but I don't think they would do much. They'd still lose. Man City is just OP, at least for now. Now, of course, when the charges come down and they finally get relegated. Brazil does not win this competition. That means Brazil has failed in every single tournament. This is true. But they still have Copa America to play. So in 24, so technically. 8th minute. $10 minutes or 9 minutes in, 1-0. or 8 minutes in. Man City is dominating so far, but Fluminense has some possession in their offensive side, offensive end. Not that matters because they're going to screw it up. Felipe Mil, Bayern or Real are the best team right now since Man City are not that impressive the last few weeks besides now. Well, again, they're playing lower level competition, so of course they're going to look impressive. They're not so dominant in Europe, but when it comes to FIFA Club World Cup, they are. 9th minute. Crazy how no Neymar for Copa America 2024. It's like the trophies they haven't won, they've played their best in. The trophies they've won, they're like, yeah. Boom. That was a chest, shoulder. Alvarez chested that ball in. Falls like a fish, but hey, that works perfectly. 9th minute. No Neymar for Copa America 2024. It sucks because I bet he wants to play the Copa America. It's just that the doctors won't let him rehab as quickly as he can. I'm sure he's devastated. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to call Neymar weak or a punk in that case. I think he wants to play the Copa America because he knows if he wants to play the World Cup in 26, he has to play Copa America. And he pretty much he probably didn't just lose the Copa America. He probably lost the 26 World Cup, and he's probably lost his Brazilian career, national team career. In one fell swoop thanks to that ACL injury. Besides, of course, the testimonial and all that. MCFC lads and City Extra are loving it. I'm sure they are. Tom Lockyer, who had a heart attack and he still played professional football again. I don't know. They haven't said if they're going to let him play football again, but he did get a procedure, get a ICD put in his heart and his body. Not a ICD like Eriksson, which they should have done the first time. I'm surprised they didn't. But it sounds like Jeff Shreves said he got an ICD fitted. Lockyer got an ICD fitted in his heart. If Eriksson can play in England with it, I guess Lockyer can, depending on. I guess he will play again then, if that's the case, or at least in the end. But he should have gotten that the first time. Do you think West Ham will beat Man United tomorrow? They're playing at home, London Stadium, 80,000 capacity, 6:30 a.m. Yes, West Ham will beat Man United. West Ham will beat Man United, yes. Shot over the bar. Because Man United are absolutely horrible right now. 6:30 a.m. my time. Good shot by Fluminense, but nothing. Well, it's over the bar, but at least they took a shot. 12 minutes in, 1-0. 1-0 between Man City and Fluminense. Kyle Walker. No. "12 minutes in. I don't know how they lost 7-0 when they were okay, but somehow got to draw at Anfield. Football's a weird sport sometimes. You could be a better team, and then the year before you have a worse result than a crappier team with a better result. Sometimes the sport makes no sense. Sometimes this sport makes no sense. Throw in here. Huh. Somehow. They lost Bournemouth and City at home 3-0. Then Liverpool drew with City away at the Etihad. Because Liverpool's a better team. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Liverpool can win the league. Man United, I'm surprised they ain't going to finish like 12th. They could finish 12th. Playing forward. 14th minute. One 1-0 Man City. Fluminense, Felipe Melo, Marcel. They play Arsenal tomorrow around lunchtime, 11:30 kickoff. That's not bad. That's because Liverpool's attack is completely misfiring right now. Yeah, their attack isn't too good. Well, I mean, didn't they just beat West Ham? Was it West Ham? Didn't they just beat West Ham like 5-1? Didn't they? Like in the Carabao Cup. So maybe they're back onto something. I don't know. It was Premier League. Wednesday, FA Cup, EFL Cup. Yeah, 5-1 Liverpool. Well, let's see the 11 they put out. Let's see. Areola, Kufal, Mavropanos, Ogbonna, Johnson, Alvarez, Souček, Kudus, Fornals, Benrahma, Bowen. I mean, that's not a bad 11. And let's see Liverpool's. Jaime Kelleher, Shimikis, Van Dijk, Kwanzaa, Gomez, Jones, Endo, Szoboszlai, Nunez, Gakpo, Elliott. I mean, the fact they scored 5 goals. Salah, Konate, Arnold, Alexander Arnold, Luis Diaz came on. Szoboszlai, Jones, Gakpo. I mean, I think it's actually a pretty good win. Well, he's playing it. I bet he's from Brazil. He went back home to end out his career. If he wants to play, he can play. I guess Fluminense is where he came up, just like Marcelo. Here's a shot. Arias down. Penalty. No. Wait. No, it's a goal kick. Offside. It's a goal kick. Oh. If it was onside, it'd be a penalty, but it's offside. Offside. Herman Cano gets jobbed. No, I think that's on. I think that's on. But they're not going to check it. But if it was onside, it would have been a penalty. Goal kick. Yeah, Marinchak caught himself. Like it was pointing, and maybe that was for goal kick. But it was too close. I still think. But then again, the ball probably set offside because the ball has the chip. So, yeah, there's no way they're going to overturn that anyway. Fluminense ain't doing too bad after giving up a first-minute goal. And it was too close. Fair enough. It feels like a Toronto game, though. I'm not going to lie. Feels like a Toronto game. Give away a first-minute goal. Play pretty well. Still lose 1-0. Wait, are they reviving that show or is somebody just 17th minute? Playing forward. 18th minute. Imagine this and the Chelsea-Palmeiras game again. The Chelsea-Palmeiras game was way too close for comfort, but I'll give Denise some respect. If they could hold a 1-0 loss or get a goal back that isn't a penalty, you know what? I'll give him respect. I still think he's a fraud, but could be worse. Could have been a disaster. the way this game started, and it's not been a disaster. I'll give him a credit. I'll give him a bit of credit. What was the keeper doing? Ederson? That's the question I've been asking myself for freaking years with Toronto FC, because John Conway's an absolute shit goalkeeping coach. I'm glad he's gone. John Conway is a horrible, I don't know if he's got another job, is a horrible goalkeeping coach. Good goalkeeper as a player. Seleção. That's the one word I need to say. The Seleção is an absolute melange and an absolute screw up. He's absolutely horrible with the Seleção. And besides, did you not see him almost lose to Al Ali? He should have. He can't win in big games. Denise is a fraud. When the pressure's on, he wilts like a freaking dead rose. There we go. The bloom is off the rose. Hola, Eduardo. Saludos. Last Club World Cup final in this format. Yes. And then the Intercontinental Cup begins next year, and the big Club World Cup begins in 25. 20th minute. Point being is they got lucky. Oh, by the way, you know who they played in that final with the Copa Libertadores? A Boca Juniors team who couldn't score in regular time. That's who they played. A Boca Juniors team that played terrorism football to get to the final. Who won on penalties every single round to get to the final. It wasn't a good Boca team. It was a crap Boca team. Fluminense plays a team like, I don't know, River Plate. You know what? Let's see their Libertadores run. It's like Steve Cherundolo. They got lucky. He won one final because he got a lucky draw. And some lucky stuff happened. And everything else has just gone absolutely tits up. Well, interesting. So, with that being said, yeah, because Barcelona's not one team that's going to say no to the Super League. Julian Alvarez, but then again, plays forward Man City, 21st minute. Copa Libertadores. Let's just see their road. Because I want to make a point here. Let's see. Fluminense went straight to the group stage. Okay. Fluminense. So let's just see where Boca went, just to make a point. Fluminense, River Plate, Sporting Cristal, and the strongest Fluminense River Plate got out of the group. Okay. Knockout stage. Fluminense. Or was Boca anyway? Boca and Deportivo Pereira, Colo-Colo, Monagas. Okay, of course, so Boca would get through that. 22nd minute. Frank Lampard ruined his legacy. Xavi, I don't think so. At least not yet. Isn't Fernando like... Pretty much, yeah. That's exactly the point I was making. He's like Steve Cherundolo. Fluminense. We have Fluminense versus Argentinos Juniors. Of course they beat them. Olympia, Paraguay versus Fluminense. Of course they beat them. Fluminense versus Internacional. They know each other. Brazil versus Brazil. Fluminense won that. Fluminense versus Boca. The worst Boca team in about God knows how long. They beat Boca in extra time, by the way. Let's see who Boca played. Nacional on penalties. Racing on penalties. Palmeiras on penalties. Terrorist football. A horrible group. Terrorist football. Fluminense got lucky. They played two crap teams. Yes, BSC. They played two crap teams, Fluminense. They played Argentinos Juniors and Olympia. They played a team that was in their country, which is sometimes could get weird. Just look at that Herediano Alajuelense tie in the Central American Cup. Alajuelense, the only team they didn't dominate was Herediano, and they still won, but that's probably because they're country mates. And Fluminense beat Internacional. You can't, even if the team's better in the league, they know each other. Look at the Man City Chelsea thing in cup competitions in 2021. And then, of course, the worst Boca team in years plays Fluminense, and Fluminense wins. Fernando Diniz got lucky. Who did River lose to? River lost to Internacional, who ended up losing to Fluminense. On penalties, by the way. 9-8, Internacional. River couldn't even get out of round 16 this year. So, my point being is Fernando Diniz was gifted an absolute treat of a run to win the Libertadores. He's a fraud. He got lucky. Just like that one time Steve Cherundolo won the MLS Cup. He got lucky. A dog always has their day. That's the point. Look at Deniz's time with the Seleção. It's absolutely horrible. They tried to Tuca Ferretti him, and he's been absolutely horrible. He should have lost to Al Ali, let alone Man City's beating him. I'm surprised this isn't a disaster. This isn't a disaster. So my point being is this fraud. Madrid's been the best team in the Club World Cup. Yes, he was and is a fraud. Madrid. No. But they haven't got scored on since the first minute. So it feels like a Toronto game. Scored on the first minute, looking somewhat okay. Not a complete disaster, and you still can't win. You still lose 1-0. Looks like one of those games. Hmm. 26 minute. So I don't think so. But I'll give Fernando Diniz a little bit of credit if this stays 1-0 or if he gets us to extra time. Boom, 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 boom. Shot, header, Marcelo clears. '26 minute. Goal. 2-0. I'm guessing. Fabio. Horrible pass. Oh my God. Ruben Dias. Oh my Lord, that was a horrible pass. Rodri plays in. Here's a chance shot. And it's deflected into the net. Phil Foden gets the goal. Nino defends it. Into the net. Phil Foden gets the shot. Nino deflects it into the net. It's 2-0 Man City. Game, set, match. Phil Foden. And now it's about to be a disaster. Fluminense is ass. I've been saying that the whole tournament. It's a Nino own goal. Nino own goal in the 27th minute. 2-0 Man City. Nino with the own goal. Foden takes the shot, deflects off Nino into the net. It's just City are the best in the world. Both. It's both. Because Fluminense should have lost to Al Ali. That's my point. Diniz is a fraud, but City's the best in the world. It's both. That's why I said Fluminense are going to get scalped. Instead of just lose, they're going to get scalped. Because it's a fraud versus the best in the world. Yeah, I don't know about you, but this is going to get worse. I'm surprised it's only 2-0. It should be like 4. Maybe Pep has a little bit of mercy in him. Why is Diniz a fraud? I just went over this. Diniz got the most favorable run in Copa Libertadores ever. 2 teams that were crap, a team from their own country that anything could happen, and then, of course, in the final, they played the worst Boca team in years, who had just been playing football, terrorist football to get to the final, out of topping a crap group and then playing terrorist football and winning on penalties just to get to the final. So, Denise got lucky like Steve Cherundolo did with LAFC when they won MLS Cup. They're both frauds. Denise and Steve Cherundolo. They're both frauds. Oh, by the way, have you not seen the Seleção for the past, I don't know, year? They're absolutely horrible. Even worse than they were with Tite, and Tite quit. So bad that if they don't get Carlo Ancelotti, that might actually be the end of Brazilian football. Like, they won't even be a favorite anymore. They're going to be like England. They're going to be like the New Age England if they don't get Ancelotti. Like, England's delusional. Brazil's going to turn into that if they don't get Ancelotti. I wish I was as hopeful as you are. But not with Bill Manning on the wheel. Now, of course, Herdman's there. That's good. But I wish I was as hopeful as you. But the last couple of times I've been hopeful, that blew up in my face. So it would be nice. But I'm being realistic. Al Ali were the better team. They made the better chances. Exactly. Fluminense should have lost that game. Is Denise a pendejo? Yes. Imagine Holland, Kevin, and Doku in this. It would have been worse. Exactly. Maybe Xabi Alonso. That sounds like what it would be if it is. Now, I don't even know if Carlo's going to go to Brazil. Who's to say? I think he was always going to leave Madrid this year. That was the obvious situation. Now, if Canada could get an offer to sway Carlo away from Brazil, that would be great. But that won't happen. So, probably Xabi Alonso. Probably. Just like they want Rafa Marquez to replace Xavi. Xabi versus Xavi. That's going to be weird if that ends up happening. Lazio are beating Empoli 1-0 in Serie A at halftime. Not surprised. Felipe Mil plays the ball over the top. 2-0 Man City. By the way, this book is going to be finished at the end of the day. City becomes the fourth English club to win this trophy. At full time, they will. That would be Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man United is the other three. And then, of course, you could add on the Intercontinental Cup from the Japan version. The CONMEBOL versus UEFA version. Oh, FIFA pulled a CONCACAF, calling the new tournament the Intercontinental Cup. Because, of course, you know what I mean. Because CONCACAF Champions Cup, Champions League, Champions Cup rebrand. As long as you stay on the stream, yes. Water break. A hydration break in the 32nd minute. Now, how the hell was there not a hydration break in the freaking Ottawa game, but there is here? Both these games are in Jeddah. Huh. That's weird. On the way to equal United record with Mark Goldbridge, doesn't like hearing about. Man, Mark Goldbridge has been he's just seemed depressed since Man City won the treble. Am I the only one? Like, I've been watching, like, I'm especially on like the That's Football channel. Like, Goldbridge is just, I don't know how to put it. Like, Goldbridge has lost his fire, you know? I wouldn't say depressed, but he's lost his fire. Am I the only one who feels that way? Aston Villa will go top of the Prem when they beat Sheffield United at 3 p.m. today. Well, that sucks. That sucks. Guardiola took off his damn jacket. He hates Man City more than Liverpool. Well, I'm not a Man United fan, but same. Villa have not lost or even drawn at Villa Park in the Prem. Yeah, but their away form is absolutely horrible. That's the problem. Is Villa's away form is absolute. Well, it's not for a. If they were to be a title contender, their away form needs to be better. I shouldn't say horrible, but their away form doesn't pace what their home form is. If it did, they'd be title contenders, but, well, true title contenders. They'll fall away. Like, there's like a team that's like close to the title, like in the race for like the first half of the season, then starts falling away. Villa's that team. I'm not saying Villa's going to fall off that heavily. I still think they'll finish top 4, especially because Chelsea sucks ass. And Man United sucks ass. But I think the top 4 right now is Arsenal. Well, Spurs too. But I think Villa is going to be a bit better than Spurs, so you have a point. But Arsenal, Liverpool, City, Villa, top 4. Spurs 5th. 6th. I don't think United's going to finish top 7, to be honest. Newcastle. Yeah. Spurs, Newcastle, 7th. I don't even think that's going to be United. I'm going to stick with Brighton. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Brighton in 7th. Chelsea, 8th. United, 9th. But at least Chelsea won the Carabao Cup. At least I hope they do. Newcastle have had a lot of their hard games already this season. Yeah. Where are we? Yeah, if his biggest rival won the treble and your team's losing 3-0 at home to Bournemouth, I think that's warranted. That's fair. But it's just like Goldbridge doesn't have any fight anymore. Like, he used to have fight and fire. Now he's just dejected. Like, there's a difference. Like for example, me this season when it came to TFC, I only ran it like, twice? And it was both before like August. Like, I didn't rant that much at all. Like, my last TFC rant was like in August, you know? Like, I gave up. Like, the season was that bad. Like, I got dejected. I'm like, I'm just watching so you don't have to. And I stopped ranting. I'm like, yeah, what have I said that I haven't said, you know? Type of thing. Like, I reviewed the games. It was a struggle. So, I mean, I don't blame him, but I could see why a team just takes away all your fight. Like, I don't think 2022, when I needed to rant, I ran it, even to the end of the season. 2021, same thing. This year, or 2023, I mean, I think I finally am just, like, the fire was gone. Maybe we'll see what happens at the start of the year. So I had City, Liverpool, Arsenal, so do an easier run of games. Think Goldbridge has given up on them. I don't blame him. Marino Hinostroza to Columbus Crew. Interesting. Why is Pachuca selling everybody? 37th minute. Yep. Especially when your manager drops your best defender for no reason, apparently. Wonder what happened. Because Varane can't play with his left foot, is what it sounds like to me. Oh, but Varane's back in the 11 because now he can play with his left foot. Yes. Even though Varane's played for years, I'm sure he could play. He had to be better with his left foot. I don't know. Maybe one of the best defenders in French history should just maybe get a pass. I don't know. Shot over the bar. That's just my opinion, though. Like, I don't know. Raphael Varane's one of the best French defenders of all time. I don't know. Maybe you should give him a pass. It seems like he knows what he's doing. Maybe you should give him a pass. I don't know. Jogo Bonito used to be a real thing. I agree. Hell, I've watched old games. I've watched old Brazilian games. Like, there's a lot of things I've watched just to, like, dive into the tactics because I've done that. You see why I don't watch movies? You see why I don't watch movies and TV shows? Like, the closest thing I do is listen to music. Because that's why I don't binge watch series, until I say I want to, like Suits. Even during the off season, I may watch old freaking games and dive into the tactics of them instead of watching Suits or stuff like that. Because that's what I do. I could care less, frankly. That's what a pirate does, is he does what his heart desires. A pirate does what his heart desires, not what the others do. A pirate does what his heart desires. And I desire looking at old games and looking at the tactics and all that stuff. Because, of course, you know. And current games, but you get my point. Current games, of course, that makes sense. But old games, it's like, something. You played for years, has multiple Champions Leagues, must be doing something right. Thoughts the Super League wanted to reform just Barcelona and Real Madrid by the look of it. I'm fine with the reform of the Super League. I like the new format. I hate the FIFA or UEFA's trying to pull the card of we need to save football again. No, we're saving your pockets. Because the new format of the Super League is not bad. I like the 3-level pyramid and promotion relegation. It's open shop, no permanent members. The new format is fine. The only reason people are fighting it is because it's still called the Super League because of all the bad memories that are associated with 2021. Because at some point, sometimes you got to just rebrand. They should have rebranded the Super League to something else. If it had a different name, I think it would have gone down a little bit better. You know, if they renamed it, it'd be the spoonful of sugar that made the medicine go down because it's a different format. But you had to keep the name Super League, and of course, people are going to fight it because they already have the propaganda, which I'm not saying it's propaganda, but it could easily become propaganda of we need to save football. Even though, really, we're just trying to save UEFA pockets now because the frickin' Swiss system Champions League sucks. That's a horrible idea. The new Super League is a better format. Cross in, header, saved by Ederson. So I have no problem with the new Super League. The old one was absolutely horrible. I hated the old Super League. We all did. The new one, though, no problem with it. None. But I realize why it's going to fail. Because it's going to, well, one, UEFA is going to be like, oh, we need to save football, even though really it's just going to kill the UCL. It's not even going to kill football this time. It's an open shop. The only thing bad about it is they're going to put games in the USA, but I'll take a competitive game in the USA or Canada or around the world. I agree. Only thing it would do is kill the UCL. Players already moaning about playing too many games a year with league domestic cups, internationals, and now Super League as well be 14 games more. Well, the Super League is supposed to replace the UCL. So technically, yes, it would kill the UCL, but not because of the reason you're saying. It's because it's supposed to replace the UCL, which is why UEFA is trying to say it's going to we need to save football, where really they're just saying save our pockets. I've heard somebody say this may make UEFA go back to the old format of the UCL and not do the Swiss system, which if that's the case, I hope that happens because the new Swiss system format looks horrendous. I hope that this the Super Cup or Super League makes them go back to the old format or stay with the current format. And this just goes away. The Super League goes away, and it was a. I wouldn't say it was a bluff, but it was a thing that worked sort of like a bluff. Shot past the post. Yeah, the current Champions League format is good. The Swiss system sucks. That's what I'm saying. If we had to pick a Super League versus the Swiss system, I'll pick Super League, especially since it's an open system. 42nd minute. Shot blocked away. It's like if CONCACAF put a group stage into the freaking CONCACAF Champions Cup. I would complain. It's not smart. It's not worth my time. Because, well, I would be doing the games, but you get my point. My point being is this. If CONCACAF put a group stage in the CONCACAF Champions Cup instead of just straight knockout, that's not worth it. We tried that before. It didn't work. Like the Central American Cup and Caribbean Cup, I get it because you're trying to do it you could do it straight knockout as well. But you've done it before. But you could do it straight knockout. But that is even teams. Like that competition's more even. The CONCACAF Champions Cup, if you did a group stage, you would basically have Mexican and MLS teams go through with a couple of Central American teams, which you could say, but that's exactly what the knockout stage does. Yeah, but we don't see a team lose 4 games instead of 2. We see a team lose a knockout tie. Big whoop. Seeing a team lose 4 games to 3 different teams, or 6 games to 3 different teams, or 4 games to 2 different teams? No. No. Especially getting their ass kicked. Now you could say, but the Champions Cup, the new Champions Cup is biased towards MLS in Mexico. This is true. This is true. I will give you that. That is true. This is true. But hold on, where were we? Here we go. Because we have preliminary round 1, MLS team. Preliminary round 2, Mexican team. Preliminary round 3, Mexican team. Preliminary round 4, Mexican team or Canadian team. Preliminary round 5, MLS team. Preliminary round 6, MLS versus MLS. Preliminary round 7, Mexico or MLS, Canada. Preliminary round 8, MLS or Canada. Preliminary round 9, Mexico. FC Cincinnati, MLS. Nashville, MLS. Round of 16 tie. Pachuca, Mexico versus either MLS or Costa Rica. Suriname versus Mexico or Costa Rica. Mexico or Esteli versus Mexico or Canada. Costa Rica versus MLS or Panama. MLS versus MLS for Crew versus St. Louis. MLS Canada. Mexico MLS versus MLS or Canada. Mexico or Guatemala versus MLS or Jamaica. MLS versus MLS or Dominican. So, yeah, I guess the new Champions Cup is biased towards MLS teams anyway, but I'd rather it be a knockout tournament than a group stage tournament. I think the group stage is a waste of time. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Can Fluminense come back? No. I think a group stage in CONCACAF for the big tournament is a waste of time. And pretty much the Central American Cup and Caribbean Cup and Leagues Cup replaced what a group stage would be anyway, so pretty much. So I'm okay with how it is in CONCACAF. I think the group stage was a bad idea, and I think it still is a bad idea unless the other leagues catch up. I think it would just be worse. It was somewhat okay at first, I guess. But then MLS started to pull away from the other leagues, and now they're close to Mexico. It is well, I mean, it's pretty much always like that. I say whatever, I answer whatever comes up in the chat, and I talk about the game a bit. It always, when is it ever not a Q&A session? Sometimes I focus more on a game, but sometimes I go on a tangent. It depends. But when is it ever not a Q&A session? 2 minutes ago. Whenever is it not? Whenever is it not? Two minutes in. 2-0 Man City. Pray tell, when is it ever not a Q&A session? Ederson. 2 minutes in, 1 minute to go, left at the half. 2-0 Man City. They've been dominant. They've been the better team. I'm surprised they're not winning by 5. What's a food I never tried and want to try? Let's see. I'd like to try venison. I'd like to try venison, you know. Like venison, bison, one of those meats. Like a venison burger or a bison burger or something like that. One of those meats. I haven't tried. Deer meat, venison, bison. I'd like to try it. Have you ever hunted for food? No. I'd like to, but I haven't. 3 minutes in. About to be halftime. I have not gone hunting. No. I've gone fishing before. I haven't gone hunting. You can go hunting around here, turns out, but probably wouldn't find is not in the perfect space for it. It's halftime. 2-0. 2-0 Man City. That is halftime. Dominant first half for Man City. I think you do. Yeah. That's not the problem. It's just that I don't think anywhere in this state is perfect for hunting. I think you could do better in a lot of other places. Now, I mean, if you're hunting for corn, you'll find that. I had to make that joke. If you're hunting for corn, you'll do just fine. Oh yeah, you'll do fine. You'll find it. Don't worry. I had to make that joke. Halftime, it's 2-0, Man City. But I think in every state, if you want to hunt, you need a freaking hunting license. But I don't think you could hunt without a license. I don't think they would I don't think the world would I don't think any government would let you do that. Not that I respect what a government thinks. I don't. But I'm going to cut my losses. Can't even watch the game. Well, just keep watching the stream then, though. Come on. Just like Winvo, even if you want to watch the freaking Milan game or whatever, keep watching the stream. Besides, I'm more entertaining anyway. Especially in this situation. Why don't you look at that? Final page of the book. Only reason Fluminense won Copa is because they were at home in Rio de Janeiro. Well, I mean, also the fact that they played a crap or easy path to the final, as I said, and a Boca team was playing terrorist football. You finally want to cut your losses, and it finally works. Why does that always happen? Like you shit talk something, and it finally happens. Like if you're shit talking a player and saying, "Oh, they ain't gonna score a goal," they're playing like shit. They score a goal. Or you shit talk something, you're like, "This ain't gonna work," and it finally works. Why does that happen? Is that like some reverse psychology manifestation thing? Yeah, I agree. Just like Denise being a complete fraud. Because have you heard the hype of Denisismo? He's the new Pep Guardiola. Turns out Pep Guardiola's burning his career down to ash. Man, it is what it is. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. 2-0, sit tight. Man City leading 2-0. They're about to win the Club World Cup if this keeps holding, but another 45 minutes. Sit tight, we'll be back. We're back for the stats of the half. Hope Man City scores 4 more, probably. I have no problem with the new Super League. I like the new format. It's an open system. It has promotion relegation. I think the only problem with it is still called the Super League, but that's not my problem. It's everybody else's problem because, UEFA could just propagandize it again and actually get what they want out of this one instead of. But it doesn't kill football this time, so I have no problem with it. Stats of the half. 56% possession to 44% possession. 9 shots to 4. 3 shots on goal to 1. 282 accurate passes to 222. 91% to 91. 4 fouls to 5. 2 corners to 1. 9 shots to 4. 3 shots on goal to 1. 311 passes to 243. 91% pass accuracy to 91. 6 throws to 9. 2 offside to 3. 0 yellows to 0. 0 red cards to 0. And 2-0 Man City. Man City's been the better team. They should be winning by 4 or 5. I know, because, again, you already have a boogeyman. You could just set out on the Super League that truly it should have been downed the first time. I agree. But you could easily basically just say, hey, just bring out that boogeyman again, and there you go. But again, Man City should be winning 4 or 5-0. 4 or 5-0. They're that good. They're dominating. Fluminense don't look like they have a damn chance to even score a goal, let alone come back. So, Man City's dominating. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They look like the best team in the world right now, which the winner's the best team in the world, so there you go. Huh. Fluminense play like they're down to 10 men. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. I guess terrorist football only beats terrorist football. I think that's hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Looking at the Instagram page on City, there's a lot of Flamengo fans, which I kind of like how they want City to win. Well, they hate Fluminense's guts. I would say yes. I'm not opposed to a CONCACAF CONMEBOL full-on merger. I'm not opposed to it. I think the Caribbean clubs or the Caribbean teams would be opposed to it. But, I mean, again, it's definitely a Fernando was in the Premier League, he got ripped up. Don't say that. Todd Bowley's going to hire him. We don't need Todd Bowley to hire another football hipster guy. Please, God, no. Freaking Graham Potter was bad enough. Fernando Denise going to Chelsea would just absolutely that'd be even worse. They might actually get relegated. Chelsea might actually get relegated if they got Fernando Denise. Lord have mercy. Second half about to start soon. What would you name it? Ultra League, Premier Gridiron Alliance, Mega Kick League, Ultra Ball Federation, Play Pro Series, Apex Football Association, Galactic Gridiron League. I like Apex. I like Apex Football Association. That actually rolls off the tongue. I like that. Yeah, the Super League should have been called Apex Football Association. Then it wouldn't be as panned as it is in this new format. Yeah, that's actually good. I like it. Or the Apex Football League. Super League, that means top. Apex means top. That's genius. The Apex Football League. Hey, Florentino, pay me. I got a good friend who's a graphic designer. She could design all your graphics. I got the idea for the name. Call me, damn it. I'll get her in. I'll get her in. She can design all your graphics. I got the idea for the name. I can do the marketing. Call me. Call me. Call me Florentino. I got you. I also mess with it. So, my point being is, Florentino Perez, you want to make the Super League actually happen? I got this for you. Let's call it the Apex Football League. I can help you with the marketing. My friend can help you with the graphic designing, because I can't graphic design for shit. But my friend she's a really good graphic designer. Yeah, there used to be an American Football League. Oh, by the way, Arena Football League. Remember, that was an AFL too at the same time. See? It doesn't, especially two different sports, it doesn't matter. Two different codes, it doesn't matter. See? There was an Arena Football League and Aussie Football League at the same time. So again, oh, by the way, association football is even more different than Australian football, than gridiron is. So you know what? I don't think and besides, it'll be located in Spain. I don't think the trademarks will be a problem there. Or England. I don't think the trademarks will be a problem there. Just like the Arena Football League's trademarks wasn't a problem in America. Keno coming off for John Kennedy. So, I got you. Don't play with me. I got you. Don't play with me. I got you. Point is, though. Yeah. See, that'll be perfect. Florentino, I'm waiting for your call. 45th minute. Because I'm a genius. Maybe AI led me there, but because if you call it the Super League, you're going to get panned. Did you not see that? Hello, McFly. I'm a genius. Hello, McFly. I'm a genius. Well, maybe if you buy it from the web store, you're not going to get it in your house by Christmas. I think yesterday was like the day to get overnight shipping to your house by Christmas. So you just missed the mark. If that's the USPS, besides it's internationally anyway. Don't ask how I know. I know those. I know the dates for all the shipping and stuff. .47th minute, 2-0 Man City. They're going forward once again. Shot, save, header, another save by Fabio. Another save by Fabio. 2 saves by Fabio to make sure it's not 3-0. Well, that's cool. Every time you get a package from Amazon, search Thank My Driver on Amazon. That gives the driver $5 every time you get a package. Since it's Christmas time, that's probably a good thing to say. Because a little more money can't hurt, can it? Oh. Or it turns out the money isn't. It's over for Fluminense. Pretty much. Big save, Fabi. 48th minute. 2-0 Man City. Maybe do an eating stream. Forty-ninth minute. Castaway 2 Amazon. Dude stuck in the Amazon. Genius idea. 2-0 Man City. They should be up like 4 or 5. '50th minute. They're having issues to score a goal. Fluminense, they never were. I didn't think they would. Man City, maybe. Grealish. Cross. Go out for a goal kick. They should score more. '50th minute. Man City couldn't score more goals. They should score more. In fact, they haven't. They're still winning, though, so. Where's Tappin Holland? He's not even on the bench. He's not even on the bench. Goes down. Rico Lewis. No penalty. Who would win the fight? Jack Grealish or Henry Martin? Well, Henry Martin, he's more yoked. Just because you have yoked calves don't mean you're going to win in a fight. Unless, well, you're throwing kicks. But I don't think Jack Grealish knows knows MMA. Now, if he knows how to throw a kick and check kicks, maybe. But I don't think Jack Grealish, he doesn't seem like the type of guy who knows how to throw a kick. Now, Jack Grealish does seem like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu bro, but you don't know how to, I would say more grappling than kicks and punch. Just because you know Brazilian jiu-jitsu, don't mean you know how to kick. He probably knows more of the grappling. That's just my imagination, though. Like, I think Jack Grealish is a dude who, if he does Brazilian jiu-jitsu, has more fun with the grappling than the kicking or the punching. CM Punkish, pretty much, you know? Yeah. Henry Martin probably just knows how to punch somebody in the face. Shot! But he does have yoked legs. Sad part is Jack Grealish does have yoked legs. He probably could kick somebody's head off, but he wouldn't because he don't know how to kick. 52nd minute. Do you know what MLS has a salary cap because they're scared? Exactly. Exactly, because they're scared. Oh, and the owners who don't want to spend any money don't want to be absolutely burned by everybody else who wants to spend money. Robert Kraft, Lamar, not the Hunt family, Anthony Precourt. Oh, who else? Mansueto, Tepper. Yeah, the owners who don't want to spend money are holding the league back. Shit or get off the pot. So yeah, the league is scared, but the owners who don't want to spend money don't want to get burnt. So I guess they're scared a different way, but shit or get off the pot. 53rd minute. That's exactly why none of the roster rules changed when they should have changed. This was the perfect opportunity to make the roster rules better for the rosters. You want to win Champs Cup more? Change the rules. Messi's in the league, you got more money. Change the rules, but you want to pocket more. Okay. 54th minute. So, I think they're scared. Man City are knocking at the door. Can they score a third? Foden. Save there. 54th minute, 2-0. Fifty-fourth minute. 55th minute. They're scared is the correct take. Exactly. And that's also why they tried to pull out the U.S. Open Cup. Because they're scared. And they want to control the league. U.S. Open Cup is not controlled by the league. And they also don't control the rights of the tournament. And they're scared they're going to get embarrassed by a smaller team. So, yeah, everything MLS does is based off of scared. Of afraid. Being scared. Being afraid. They should have raised the salary cap. They didn't because they're scared. The only thing they did was get Messi. That's the only thing they did. Has San Diego picked up any players? Yeah, they signed a goalkeeper. They start in 25. Yes, 2-0's enough, anyways. City's never really parked the bus, but they're still knocking at the door. I don't see them parking the bus. They may get one more goal, but they should have more. They should have like 6 at the end of it. Should have like 6 goals at the end of it instead of 2 or 3. But you know what? It's fine. They're still winning the trophy. So, score 2-0 Man City. This is about to be their 5th. Yes, because UCL, Premier, FA, Champions, Club World Cup. Oh, and the Super Cup. It's actually 6. They have gotten 5. This will be their 6th. It's a goalkeeper that played for the Loyal. I mean, yeah. In MLS, I mean, if you go up to MLS from USL, you're probably a good goalkeeper, even if you're playing in that city already. But he wouldn't get an offer. It's the team probably wouldn't offer him if they didn't want to offer him. It's not like he wanted to stay. He's from San Diego, but just because you're from there doesn't mean. 57th minute. I still think City should score 1 more goal. I agree. Maybe 2. Maybe 2. Rapids are pursuing Lalo Torres. Interesting. You know what? San Diego should have took the Loyal roster as their first team. Yeah, but the team who owns San Diego FC is not the Loyal. It's just a different guy. No. It's a Super Cup, more likely. Julian Alvarez in the first minute, own goal by Nino. Foden took the shot, deflected off of Nino's foot and into the net. So, Vamos City, y'all got this. Yeah, I agree with that. '59th minute, like they did against Barcelona. Honestly, well, I don't know if they beat Man City, but yeah, I agree. And they said they're not done. And oh, by the way, Tommy Bogue said Portland's not done at goalkeeper either. So I don't know what that means, but could be just Ivacic gets sent out the door. I don't know, but he said they're not done at goalkeeper specifically. So 60th minute. City should go down because of the 115 charges, but while they're not, might as well let them win. You know. Marcelo, Felipe Melo off. Alexander, Diogo Barbosa, and Lima are coming on. So Fluminense are just giving it up. Oh. Did Marcelo just shake Pep's hand? 60th minute, 2-0. Kovacic on. I think he shook a player's hand. Kovacic coming on as well. 60th minute. Mateo Kovacic for Rico Lewis, Diogo Barbosa for Diogo Barbosa for Felipe Melo, Alexander Gomez for Marcelo, Vinicius Lima for Gonçalo. 4 subs. Scored an offside goal against Fulham. It was also really offside. Kovacic for Rico Lewis. Kova! I'm happy for him at least. FC Dallas interested in Santiago Castro, Argentine player. What's with FC Dallas and their Argentine players? They always pick up Argentinian players. Velasco, Quignon. I feel like I'm missing one. Their old striker. I think I'm missing one. Corner kick here for Man City. Header! Ruben Dias puts it past the post. Pretty much. I think it'd be interesting. It's like Miami and Dallas have a lot of Latin players. True. He's a baller and cooking. Franco Hara. There we go. Yep. There we go. I was thinking F, but I wasn't. 62nd minute. Man City are dominating Fluminense, but they should have scored more goals. But in the end, 63rd minute. '64th minute. '64th minute. Palace and Brighton drew South London yesterday 1-1. Yep. Stones defending 2-0. Cross in. John Kennedy. Bad. That'll be given away. Foden to clear to center line, but caught by Ederson. Be a goal kick, 65th minute. Playing forward, City. 66th minute. '66th minute. Genoa just won 2-1 away. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Bernardo Silva. Hmm. 67th minute, 2-0. Jimmy Chara might be on his way out. You told me that. But that was pretty... That's pretty obvious, though. Senior DP spot could be opening. I thought it was pretty obvious Jimmy Chara might be out for Portland. Or was Diego out? Or was Diego going to go too? 67th minute. Bernardo's or Grealish. Kovacic. '67th minute, 2-0. '68th minute, 2-0. Still Man City dominating. Diego's staying. Timbers have been posting him on our story recently. Diego's a Timber for life. So, yeah, it was Jimmy. So, I thought it was pretty obvious Jimmy was gone. I thought we all knew that at the start of the offseason. It's just they're finally going to get him out the door. 68th minute. Final 20 minutes. What happened if Santiago Jimenez had played for Argentina instead of Mexico? He'd be the... Well, okay, no. Because they do have him. I don't know. But he would rightfully be on the bench instead of bullshittedly be on the bench. Because Mexico's BSing him. I mean, I don't think he's... Julian Alvarez is more proven right now. Santi Jimenez is a good player, but I don't think... I think for possibility of starting for a national team, Santi made the right decision. Is he going to start for Mexico? I have no idea. I think they're screwing him over, but you know what? I mean, he pretty much would be on the bench. Player down, hurt. 70th minute, 2-0 Man City. Rodrigo's down. Thomas Christensen's doing a great job for Panama. I agree. It'd be nice to have him for Canada because it sounds like that's possible. It sounds like Canada actually wants Thomas Christensen. I'm not against it. I'm not going to complain. '70th minute. 2 DP spots open for us. Potentially is massive. I agree. '70th minute. Rodri's on the touchline. They're going to check him, and it looks like he's going to try to play. '71st minute. Goal, 3-0, it's in. Finally. Free kick here from the center circle. I'm behind like a minute. So 71st minute. 19 minutes to go. Chips over the top. Kovacic. Kovacic presses, gets it back. Julian Alvarez. Alvarez. Cross shot. Goal. Goal. Foden truly gets his. 3-0. Phil Foden. Turns in the cross. 3-0 Man City. 72nd minute, Phil Foden. Takes the shot that deflects off the foot of Nino. In the first half, Phil Foden turns in the cross. In the second half, boom. Alvarez's cross gets turned in by Foden. It's 3-0. I wouldn't say it's a golazo, but it's a good tap in. Foden right there. Fabio nowhere near saving it. Good play by Foden. Great play by Foden. Goal de City. Goal de Foden. 72nd minute. Akanji's about to come on, it looks like. Fluminense are a fraudulent team. I agree, but I've been saying that. Vordiol as well, maybe? Yep. 72nd minute Foden. Yep. 3-0. Joker. Akanji and Vordiol coming on. 73rd minute. And Rodri's fully down. So I guess they're bringing in Akanji for Champs of the World Man City. Well deserved. Well deserved. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Makes sense. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. There's no way they blow this. 3 goals in 17 minutes, not going to happen. 4 out of 7 on full predictions. 2, third place and final. But there we go. There we go. Oh, by the way, Rams won over New Orleans. Boom. Okay, there we go. They got nothing on City. Yep, Vardiol coming on. Josko Vardiol for John Stones. Josko Vardiol for John Stones in the 74th minute. And Akanji for Rodri. There it is. There we go. 75th minute. Crossed in and caught. Yep. Akanji for Rodri. Yep. 75th minute. 15 more minutes to go. City just waiting to be crowned world champions. Deservedly so. Well, deservedly so. It's not like the semifinals last year. You mean the true World Cup final? Yeah, Fluminense are not going to have any comeback at all. 76th minute. Dominant performance by City. They're showing their power. Definitely showing their power. '76th minute. '77th minute. (3-0 Man City. I don't know, but there could be maybe a street fight happening in Rio de Janeiro with this game between the rival fans. Well, 77th minute. Grealish. Bernardo Silva. Side netting. Canada Soccer has reached an agreement to hire former MLSE executive Alison Walker as general secretary. Sources tell TSN. Canada Soccer is expected to announce her hiring today. Walker will succeed interim general secretary Jason DeVos. Besides MLSE, Walker's also worked with the Canadian Olympic Committee as head of sponsorship sales. Was VP of brand partnerships at Bell Media, was chief commercial officer with esports company Overactive Media, former varsity soccer player McGill. Walker was named to Ultimate Canada's Hall of Fame in 2021. That comes from Rick Westhead. So Canada's found their general secretary, which means they're about to find their manager, their new manager. At least it's not Jason DeVos. 78th minute. 78th minute. Playing forward, Kovacic. $12 more minutes left plus stoppage time. Playing forward is Fluminense. John Kennedy, shot saved by Ederson. '80th minute. Anyone good? I'll be happy for you guys. Gio Savarese, if Gio goes to Canada, I'll be happy for you all. I'll be happy too if we get Gio. I'm just hoping we don't get BL or keep Biello. '78th or '79th into the '80th minute. They got an extra day to prepare, but it ain't gonna affect anything to City. Yeah. Extra day to frickin' prepare ain't nothing. 80th minute, 10 minutes to go. Please, Bello goes to USL. 10 more minutes plus stoppage time. Foden got a goal. Looks like he's coming off. Foden. Matheus Nunes and Oscar Bob coming on for Man City. Matheus Nunes for Phil Foden and Nathan Ake for Oscar Bob. There you go. 9 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Man City leading 3-0. That'll do. That should do it. They're winning. They'll be winning the Club World Cup, the Hungarian flag based in the Fluminense colors. Wow. Italy too. Mexico too. Same. '82nd minute. See how much. Eight minutes plus stoppage time to go. Ah, I see. That's interesting. 3-0 Man City. That looks like it's going to be what it is. Maybe one more goal for City. I think 3-0 still. That's half of what they should have scored. That's half of what they should have scored. '83rd minute. 3-0. Matheus Nunes goes down. Yellow card for John Kennedy on the tackle. '84th minute free kick. Nunes. '85th minute, 5 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Man City still leading 3-0. I mean, this game's pretty much over. I mean, '86th minute, 49% possession to 39% possession for City. Dominated this game. Guess what? Some USA fans are strong, confident they could beat Uruguay at home, especially Tactical Manager TV. They said they can bring down Araujo from away Falona. Yeah, no. Uruguay's good right now. Like, Uruguay arguably is the second best. No, they are the second best team in South America right now. USA ain't a patch on Uruguay. I don't know why Tack is talking that. I mean, dude. I know you're probably not happy Brazil sucks right now and you got a fraud for a manager. But Uruguay is deservedly second best in South America right now. I know that irks you probably, and that's why you want the US to beat them. But dude, it's just the truth. Bielsa's a damn good coach, and he's got Uruguay playing at all cylinders, and I don't think they're going to fall off because he's got better talented players in Leeds. I'm not overhyping Uruguay. They're second in the freaking eliminatorias. I'm not overhyping them. Marcelo Bielsa's a good coach. Besides, Greg Berhalter's absolutely horrible. Bielsa will figuratively smash Berhalter's head on the pavement when they play each other. 87th minute. So, with that being said, my thoughts? Mexico defeated Uruguay in 2016. That was before Bielsa. Besides, that's almost a decade ago. In 3 years, that's going to be a decade. 87th minute. Hell, that's about to be 8 years ago in a couple of months. 4-0 City in the 88th minute. Let's see what this is. Matheus Nunes forced to own goal in the last match. Crosses in. Grealish. Shot. Goal. Julian Alvarez scores a second. Opens the scoring and most likely closes it. Julian Alvarez. '88th minute, Julian Alvarez. 4-0. Crosses in and taps it in. Alvarez, damn good. 2 goals for Alvarez, an own goal for Nino, which was caused by Foden. So pretty much 2 braces. If you really want to go there for Man City. Pretty much 2 braces. Alvarez Dances past the defenders and takes a banger of a shot. Real Madrid beat 5-3 Al Hilal in the final before Benzema left. Yep. That was a good final. This was boring. Huh? That Real Madrid Al Hilal final was amazing. Madrid was actually good at the time. Man City is struggling right now, and Fluminense look like a joke. Man, football's a weird sport. 89th minute. Man City are the champions. 1 minute to go on my timer. But 89th minute. We're going to see if they just blow the whistle instantly, which that would be nice. Bernardo Silva. Grealish. Not a great game. Well, it just means I got less of a actual review to do, which means it'll come up quicker. So you know what? That's good. Blocked away. 30 seconds. Don't leave. Do you think Inter and Miami would have a better chance if they were in this match? No. Once again, we've shown the real leagues are in Europe and the Americas are decades behind. I mean, you're not wrong. Or Man City's just absolutely financially doped. I mean, did you not see Al Hilal were only 2 goals away from Real Madrid back in February? That was before they got their big players. So, 90th minute. It's probably about the money more than others. 5 seconds. 90th minute. Marinchak blows the whistle. Man City are world champions. Manchester City win the Club World Cup 4-0. Full time, it is 4-0 to Man City. Dominant from pillar to post. Denise gets owned. Fluminense gets owned. Pep Guardiola wins another trophy. Manchester City are the champions of the world. European champions, yes. English champions, yes. World champions, yes. Deservedly so, the world champions. Alvarez in the first and the 88th bookended the game. Nino with an own goal in the 27th caused by Foden. And Foden gets the third goal in the 72nd. But there you go. Man City are your champions. The world champions are Manchester City. And that's a good way to end not RSR5. That's next. But Watch a Match Season 3. I agree. Urawa was better. With that being said, there is a fight. But 2-0 on my semifinal and final predictions. 4 out of 7 overall in the tournament. And that's that. Manchester City. Congratulations. The world champions. Commiserations, Fluminense. And now that'll be that for Watch a Match Season 3, at least for new content. This is the season finale. Is almost over of Watch a Match, and RSR5 is Season 5. This is Watch a Match Season 3. But with that being said, Season 3 of Watch a Match is over. Season 4 will start at the new year. Besides a couple of best of reels and run it back and month ahead. And of course, tomorrow we'll do the top 50 songs list. So we'll still be streaming for that tomorrow night about 9:30, the top 50 songs list that I've listened to. So we're going to do that. So that is a stream, but it's not a match. So technically this is still the finale. Even though there's a stream tomorrow, this is the finale of Watch a Match Season 3. Besides the best of reel on Christmas Day. But Man City deservedly the world champions. Congratulations, commiserations to Fluminense. And that will be that for Season 3 of Watch a Match. With that being said, within the next... No, I got to do the RSR for this game. So, no. With that being said, within the next 2.5 hours, the review of this match will be up, and that'll be the finale of RSR 5. Man City, Fluminense review within the next 2.5 hours with the best of reel at the end of it for RSR. And there you go. So, there we go there. Then, of course, tomorrow we have the top 50 songs list. So, Watch a Match after this. Thank you for watching. I'll give you all my thank yous and a good soliloquy during the review after the review is over, the review portion is over. And there you go. But when it comes to season 4 of Watch a Match, I will see you next year. When it comes to the next time we watch a game, season 4 starts in the new year. Same as season 6 of RSR. Starts in the new year. But still have that best of, a couple of best of reels in that countdown. But there you go. That being said, see you later. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See you. Congratulations, Man City.